share it. Can you see me? Okay. It's you being shot for me. Oh my goodness. Why do I got that right there? Let me change this right quick. Mm. Go to the studio. JT, I ain't playing. Look, I don't want your. I don't know what's on my head. I just seen that TikTok. Yeah, I didn't know why. I know that's why. It's going crazy. It's time for the percolator. Oh my goodness. This is making me so mad. I don't want that on there. There we go. Thank you, technology. Okay. Don't answer that text.
I'm not.
Okay, so
I need to turn my phone to not disturb.
do it. Do it. Okay.
Why do
You
I look
ready?
like that? Oh, okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
We're live. We're live. We're live. We are live. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to episode 5. Episode 5 of the Dive In podcast. I had to take a week off for some personal reasons, and I feel rejuvenated. So I appreciate y'all for giving me grace for that. I have a special guest today. I'm really excited for this person to be on today. We have a good friend of mine. Her name is Deshauna. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, this is up. I told you privately. I want to tell you like publicly. Congratulations
Thank you.
on becoming a therapist.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
I feel amazing. Like, this all me. Like, God set this up for me. So it's like bittersweet. Oh my God, it's so bittersweet. With everything. So I feel amazing. I feel good.
So, with you being a therapist, what are you like? What are you seeking to? What is your goals with it? Why?
My
Why
goal.
therapy? Why therapy? Why you want to be a therapist?
You know what? It's crazy. I can explain it, but I can't explain it. You know, when something you're calling and God just tugging at you with it, and you like, I don't know, God, am I built for this? Am I built for this? So it's like I just feel like everything has worked out the way it's supposed to be as I've been taking this path. Like I just been put in situations where I'm giving therapy to young girls, everybody around me. So it's just like I
Mm.
need to make it happen and stop playing. Because God keep on making me uncomfortable in different spaces, and this is my lane, and it worked out. So I just feel like that's my calling. I
Mm.
love watching people heal and grow. So it's amazing feeling like it just does something to me. Like so that's why therapy. Why not therapy? You know?
Why not?
Yeah.
That's the question. Why not therapy?
Yes. And I feel like it's a stigma, especially in our community, about therapy. Like literally. just having that extra unbiased person around you can make you feel so much better.
Yeah.
And I'm all for it, and I preach it all day.
I'm so glad that the black community is coming more fond of therapy. It's not a what's the word? A sin to go to therapy. You're not weak
Mm-hmm.
if you want to go to therapy. Like I feel like it's vital. Last year, like these last couple of years, have been like super hard for me. So I really
Mm-hmm.
was thinking about going to therapy, but I couldn't find one. It's a
Mm-hmm.
hot commodity right now. I couldn't find one, and I did want a black therapist.
Mm-hmm.
That's I wanted somebody that can attest to me even a little bit. I was gonna
Mm-hmm.
go white. I was gonna go to through a white therapist, but when I was sending out voicemails and stuff like that, I'm like, hey, I'm just trying to find a therapist. I was led to go here because my job has free therapy. So free
Mm-hmm.
4 classes. I needed no 8 classes. And if you don't
Okay.
like the therapist, you can do it. You can start over with free more 8 classes. So I'm like, I need it, so
Right.
let's do it. Man,
Mm-hmm.
I called this lady, and she called me back, and through the voicemail, I knew she wasn't the person.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I need somebody black. So I'm glad that you stepped into that field because we need more black therapists. Do
Yes.
you know any
And I'm glad
therapists?
that you said that about like you knowing that's not a fit. I think people try therapy and then they kind of be uncomfortable and they just think like, oh, it's not gonna work. But it's all about finding your match. Like everybody is not your match. And that's okay that they're not your match. So you can find another person. So I'm
Mm,
all for it. And I'm telling you, like the experience of therapy and just feeling yourself feeling better and just letting go of load it feels so good. Like treat therapy like the doctors, like you going to the doctor if you
mm.
got a cold. That's how therapy should be treated.
How how do you know if someone is your match? How do you know?
You can feel it.
Mm,
Um and the thing about therapy is it's like a relationship. Like it takes two. Like literally you can't go to your therapist and think they gonna heal you and that's it. You gotta put in that work too.
yeah.
You gotta be open and be real. Like be real with your therapist. Like they're there. Tell them everything, literally. Like
Yes.
they're there to help you. So be real, and that's what's gonna help. So I think you will know your match when you feel comfortable there in the setting. You feel
Mm,
comfortable expressing yourself and feel comfortable without being judged. So that's
mm,
how you will know it's your match. When you go into the sessions and you like, I don't know if I could trust this person. Like the vibe not there. Like a vibe. You meet
100%.
somebody and you a vibe. So treat that like therapy. Like when you meet somebody you dating, like okay, this ain't giving. This ain't giving match. So that's okay. So that's how you will know.
Mm. Have you been in therapy?
Yes, I have.
So, as you are trying to be a therapist and you've been in therapy before,
Hmm.
what have you took from therapy?
I have taken a lot. I a lot of the skills that I've learned, I've been able to use and give to other people. Um, and so I've been in therapy for like 4 years, I think.
four
And it's
years.
crazy. I did not want to go to therapy. I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm good. Like, I was scared to even tell anybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? But just going and being able to have that outlet, I see the effects of therapy. That's why I love it because I see the effects and how it is to me, like how I've grown as a person in general, and how much work I put in. So what I've learned, I'm able to use that with others. Like my therapist has a therapist, so it's like having that person just helps literally.
Yeah, yeah. I ain't no therapist, but I do pride myself in trying to like understand people. And like we
Mm-hmm.
gotta meet people where they at, and we like not
Mm-hmm.
higher than nobody. Like, come on, man. Like, life is a collaboratory like experience. Like, let's
It
help
is.
each other. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly, exactly,
I'm so
exactly.
glad. I will say this till I die. I'm so glad that the black community is taking mental health more like serious, and I'm glad that more men is coming to the point of where they need help and expressing
Mm-hmm.
themselves. Like, man, it's hard to be a black male. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because
It is. It is.
you were taught that you have to be he man. I
You got to be
remember
strong.
when I
Yep.
was like younger and I was always sensitive, so I used to always try to express that. I would always
Mm-hmm.
show my feelings. Like my dad used to whoop me, stop crying,
Mm-hmm.
stop doing this, stop
Mm-hmm.
doing that. but I couldn't stop doing that. Like, I couldn't stop expressing myself because that's who I was. No matter how many times I got whooped, no matter how many times I got called soft, like, I'm just a sensitive person. I know how to express it. So it's like, I'm glad more men are just stepping on that. Like, nah, bro, I need help. Let's do this. So, as a black woman that is going into therapy, what's your approach for males? You spoke about young women. What's your approach if you get a male client?
So it's crazy because, I'm a school counselor too, part-time. So, I have males who come to my office, kids in school. And so I talk to them too. So my approach is, it's okay that you really feeling like that way. So get in touch with your feelings. You're not soft. It's okay. It's okay. So going into each situation when I'm dealing with males, I'm letting them know, like, it's okay to cry. It's okay that you feel that way. That's not soft. So meeting them where they at, like, it's okay having that person. I'm not going to tell you to stop crying. You can cry in my office. Come to me. So it's okay to express your feelings. Like, I love having deep conversation with males, especially. Because, I feel like they need it, and I feel like sometimes they like to open up. Yeah. So, the girls, they come to me and crying right away. But, some don't. But it's like, I like having those conversations for them to open up, to know you're not going to get judged. So just being that understanding person, I feel like that helps open them up. So that'd be my approach. Just talking to them, having real conversations where they're at, meeting them where they're at, and then telling them, I understand. You probably can't express yourself to other people. I get it. But it's okay.
Do you take, like, the mother route, or, like, is it, I know everybody is different. Like,
yeah.
Like, I'm your homie, like, are you, like, the friend? Yeah. But sometimes other people need something different, so, like, You've been set up for this for the moment. You've been able to be a counselor at school, setting you up to be a therapist, bro. You're a therapist,
bro.
That's so fire, man. Like, the world needs you right now. Like, you're a superhero right now.
Yes, but yeah, each situation is different. The way I approach, like, some boys do have issues with their mom, and they want you to just cry with them, sit with them. Some are harder, so it just depends each situation how I approach it. But I want to say I haven't had a lot of situations with male. I had a couple situations, and actually, like, a male at the school, he was like, "Can you be my therapist?" And I'm like, I don't know about that, but. I deal with a lot of more females, so I can say I'm still working on that aspect of dealing with more males, but I know what the approach to take them. Like, I take the same approach. Like, I wouldn't just because they're male, I wouldn't treat them differently than a female.
Yeah, okay. That's good. I'm so glad. I'm so happy for this. Like, when you told me that, like, that made my day, man. Like, so
I told you was on the first person I called. I'm like, I gotta call him because
therapy under your belt. Like, you got so much that you could, like, with these young women, you got so much that you could bring. Like, with you being a young mother, you could talk about that. Like, how was your experiences when you found out that you were pregnant?
Oh, yeah. Terrible. Honestly.
Have you came across any young women that are pregnant?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. And I can't wait. I'm ready for it. I haven't yet. I want to say, like, at my full time, I have dealt with, like, I guess the ones I've dealt with that are pregnant, they're older. They're probably like 20 something.
Okay.
And it's a different experience, but a lot of them. I want to say I haven't.
If you don't mind, how old were you when you got pregnant?
17.
17. Okay.
So it's like, I don't know. I haven't dealt with a younger pregnant girl, but I deal with like 20-something-year-old and guiding them and stuff like that. Which it could be the same thing, no matter the age. You could still feel the same way as a 17-year-old. But I haven't had, like, in the same, like, a young teen mother. But when I got pregnant, I hated it. I didn't want to be pregnant. I never was the girl that wanted kids, ever. Like, I was living my life. I was trying to match, you know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't tell me nothing. Like, I was so miserable. Like, I'm thinking, I was mad. Like, God, I was untouchable. What did you playing with me? What did you playing in my face for, a guy? Like, me? We could have got my friends before you got me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was untouchable, God. No, that. So I wasn't happy. I didn't want to be pregnant. I didn't want a child. I wanted to live my life. I wanted to be young. I wanted to be a player. I thought I was a player, but I wanted to just live. I never wanted kids. But I go off to say God did that for a reason, literally. And I don't think I would be on this path now if it wasn't for me getting pregnant.
And I'll look at her now like y'all twins.
Man, it's
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
Like,
Like you've been able to see the outcome of this. You know, 17, of course, they say you're a statistic or whatever happened with that, but
exactly.
it's kids are amazing though.
It's crazy because you know how many people told me like I was gonna be one. Like, you messed up your life. I remember I was at church, and that's what kind of turned me off from church a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It was a man. He came. He knew I was pregnant. He came to me. And he was like, "You just messed up your life." Like literally said this to me, and it was just crazy because I'm like, I'm at church. Like, you know, I grew up in church. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dang, that's how y'all treat me. Like I was embarrassed to even be there. So that kind of turned me off from going. I'm not gonna lie. Then I seen this another dude I went to church with. He was to have another one straight after that. Like, it's a wrap. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a wrap for you. And I'm like, okay. You know, so like I literally had people telling me like I messed up my life having a child.
Yeah. I mean, but look, and then you going like I know it's a cliche saying, but they say we go through stuff for the next person to help the next person. And with you going through what you've been through, but being a young mother, being a school counselor, you're a freaking therapist. We're present day. We're freaking therapists. You know what I'm saying? So it's like God gonna be using you to help so many people.
Exactly.
So with you like having that type of church hurt, what made you be able to stand firm and still have that love for God?
Because I knew it wasn't God. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew that person that wasn't from God. Because I knew God was gonna bless me. You know, I tell you the story when I didn't want to have a child and God told me like, no, I'm gonna bless you. And he has blessed me. So I knew it wasn't God. You know, I just knew it was people on earth doubting me, you know.
Do you want to elaborate on that story? I think the world needs to hear that.
Let's get a little personal.
If you're comfortable. But
you
I feel like it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, okay, you were whatever having thoughts, you were young.
Okay.
What happened with that?
So when I got pregnant, of course, 17, I was supposed to go to college in Tennessee. You know, I was out of here. I was like, I'm ready to get in my mama's house. So I didn't tell my mom I was pregnant for a while. And I finally told her, and she was like, yeah, it's right. So we're not doing that. My mama, you know, we was in church heavy. You know how that look as your little 17-year-old daughter pregnant, you know. So she like, we got to take care of that, basically. So we went to the abortion clinic. We sitting in the room. I mean, she made my appointment. I had attitude the whole time. I'm like, you know, so went in the room, sat down, laid down. They you know, they show you the child before everything. And so as they show, I told them, like, it was just a voice in my head, like, if you don't do this, I'm gonna bless you forever. Like, literally, it was scary because I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just weird. Like, it was scary for real. And so, and then I told them, like, if I see this child, y'all, I'm not doing it. Like, so y'all can just stop. Like, and so they was like, you don't want to do it? And I was like, no. So then they stopped. And then I had went into like a counseling room with my mother. And they was like, we can't force her to do it. So y'all got to figure something out. And I was like, I'm going to just call my daddy. So I called my dad, and my mama dropped me off with my dad. And I'm thinking my dad about to be mad, blah, blah, blah. He was just like, look, baby, stay here. We'll talk about it later, blah, blah, blah. So then from that forward, we moved on. And my mama, I felt bad because I feel like my mama regretted it. But I understood, like, as a mother now, I understood what her mindset was at that moment. It's like your 17-year-old daughter, like, she got her life plan ahead, you know, you don't want to mess it up, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm not married, I'm not in a relationship, you know. And so that's what happened. And I feel like ever since that moment, I knew God was real. With God telling me that, and just to see how my life has evolved, and just to see how far I've come, like, and just in general, like blessings, like literally. And I be feeling like it'd be so many blessings. Sometimes I feel like I'm bragging, and I be trying to stop myself like I'm not bragging. I'm really blessed, really doing good, and God has blessed me. Yeah, blessings. Like life has been amazing. Like, to say the least, you know, life isn't perfect, but it has been amazing for the most part, and God has blessed me. So I know God is real, and I know that was God having that voice in me telling me, like, I'm sending you this child to help you so you can help others. I'm sending you this child so you can have a story. I'm sending this child to have you grow. Because I don't think if I had Daniela, I would not be a therapist today. Literally, I was a careless little teen. Like, literally, like, I didn't care about life. I literally was whatever. I don't care. F everybody, F these boys, F everybody. Like literally F life. Like I don't want to be like I literally was a careless teen, like for real. Like I always had a heart, but I was careless. And I didn't really have nothing to live for. And my life as a teen, I'm just living, I'm just doing whatever I want to do. So yeah.
If you keep this child, I will bless you forever.
Mm-hmm.
What?
What?
Like
Right.
that's like that would be my motto forever. That came from God. If you keep this child, I will bless you forever. Like
And
that's
it's scary saying it because it's like, dude, like I'm thinking in my head, like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? I'm this little careless child hearing this. Like, I grew up in church, but honestly, I wasn't in church for real. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in church, but I wasn't in the Bible. Like, so it's like I had a relationship with God being in church, but I really didn't know. You know, like I went to church, I just sit there, hang with my friends, go home, eat, whatever. Like, but just hearing that voice was scary because I'm like, I never had situations like this. And I'm like, what is this?
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
who's talking to me? What's this in my head? Like, what? Like, I knew God was real. I believed in God, but it's like, what's this? You know?
Yeah.
So,
That's amazing. If you keep this child, I will bless you forever. Like those words right there, he know how to woo you. You know what I'm saying? Like he know
know
how
how
to
to woo me. I was
like
like,
you
I'm
know what
over
I'm
it.
saying?
Y'all, hang all this up. Hang all this up. Get out my
Yeah,
face.
I'm
Like,
not doing this, mama. I don't care what you talking about.
that's
God
how I
just
was. I'm
told
not
me.
doing it. I don't
Yeah, you
care.
know what I'm
It's over.
saying? God
Take me to my
just
daddy
told me
house.
not to do this.
Yes, I'm not doing this. That's what I said. I'm not doing this. Take me to my dad's house. And it's crazy because, you know, me and my dad never had like a good relationship, I want to say. So I didn't know what I was going to get into going to my dad's house. I
Exactly.
didn't know if he was going to be worse than my mom, you know. So it was just like, just go to their house, like, whatever. And it ended up working out. And both of them ended up supporting me. And I'm blessed to have two supportive parents who still support me with Daniela and always helping me. So again, mama, you know, she got over that hump. But as I got older, I understood what was her mindset at the time. Her being a single mama and watching her daughter be a single mama at a young age. So I understood her mindset at the time. So
Mm-hmm.
I get it, you know.
So with now going to that
Mm-hmm.
with the baby, did that help you and your dad relationship?
Um, yes and no. I feel like my dad is like I feel like he does make it up for being with my daughter. Like I can tell he loves to mess up my daughter, but I just also feel like my dad has his own stuff to work on, so it hinders a lot of our relationship. And as I got older and educated, like I started to talk to him more, and I started to see stuff, you know, from his point of view and how he views stuff. So that's why our relationship is kind of like rocky a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and why we butt heads because like you need to get right, or you know, you got stuff you got to deal with. So it's hindering our relationship. So I feel like over the years we have built a relationship. It's gotten better because I'm older and I'm able to see stuff from a different light. And we were able to talk more. He like explained more stuff to me. Like we had a great conversation one year, and I was just like, oh, that's why you act like that, or that's why you do that, or that's why you feel like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I see that, but I don't. I try not to stay like mad at him because I want him to have a relationship with my daughter. Like I don't want to take it away from him.
Yeah. I don't know how it feels to have a relationship with my father.
Hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when not it's not jealousy, but when I see people have a relationship with their father, it's like amazement to see because it's like I can't even fathom a relationship.
Hmm.
Like so backstory, like he left us when I was 13.
Hmm.
And then even the latter years of him being there, it still wasn't like it wasn't
Hmm.
nothing. So it's like I always commend like my musical taste came from him, and it's a lot of stuff that
Hmm.
I did get from him. But it's like relationship wise, I can't tell you his favorite color. I
Hmm.
can't tell you nothing that he likes to do. I don't know. I know we got the same sports. We like the same sport. We like sports, and we have a
Hmm.
conversation. He like to talk about sports, but I don't want to talk about sports all the time with you. You my dad.
Hmm.
Let's talk about something else.
Exactly.
Let's talk about what I'm going through. Let's talk
Hmm.
about why we can't consistently talk. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So
Hmm.
it's like when I see people trying, you know, I can't reach out. I can't keep reaching out. That's done. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't have that in me to keep reaching out to you to no
Hmm.
avail. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So
Yeah.
when I commend people, you want to keep reaching out to your parents that you don't have a relationship with, but I don't think I can do that no more.
Yeah. And I feel that, but you know what's crazy? As I got older, I started to see like people like it's crazy how somebody who can have their dad around and still have the same relationship as somebody who didn't. Because I feel like somebody can be in your house and you can still not have a relationship with them. So
Exactly.
it's crazy just watching it in general how like both things can play out. But as a man of God, how does I know that relationship with your dad is affecting you. So
What?
as you grow closer with God and as you know mature, sometimes you have to do that extra reaching out and to just say like I want to be a better person and I want to heal this part of my life.
Hmm.
So I'm reaching out to tell you this so I can heal myself.
Yeah.
So maybe
So
think about that too.
look. So look, so when I first got saved, um, God told me to call him Pops. One of the
Yeah.
first conversations I ever had with him. I
Mhm.
didn't know how to have a conversation with God. I didn't, I thought I was gonna hear a deep voice.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I thought I was gonna hear a deep voice. Um, I'm
Yeah.
Lord.
Right.
I
Yep.
am God. I can
Uh-huh.
do all things. No, I thought that's all it was.
Mhm.
The first conversation, I got saved in my room.
Mhm.
In Brown Deer, I got saved in my room. And the first conversation we had, he said, "Call me Pops. I'm
Mhm.
your God. I'm your Father."
Mhm.
And I'm like, I never use Pops, the word Pops. I'm
Yeah.
from Milwaukee. We say soda, and you know what I'm saying. I don't use Pops. You know what I'm saying. So it's like, and then I took
Yeah.
it and ran with it, and I started having an intimate relationship with him, where we started to talk. He would give me counsel on how to do certain things, on how to do this and that, and he stepped in. I
Mhm.
tried. I know I need to be healed, and I am
Mhm.
willing to be healed with the
Mhm.
with the father stuff. I'm willing to
Mhm.
have a conversation, but if someone is not willing to have that conversation with me, it's only so
Mhm.
much that I can do.
And that's right.
If he won't
And
have a
and
conversation right
mhm.
now, we can have a conversation. But
Mhm.
I know that God got me, and He always
Mhm.
had me when my dad was there. He's my
Mhm.
ultimate. So
Mhm.
it's like I don't know. I know that it will happen. He told me that
It-
we were going to have a good relationship. He told me he was going to use me to bring him back to him. So
Mhm.
I understand it. I understand it, but the reaching out part, it's like it's hard. It's hard to keep reaching out to no avail, honestly. But I
It
am
is.
willing.
It definitely, I know it is, and definitely like, and also you, I think of it. Everybody facing their own experiences,
Mm-hmm.
trauma, everything. So it is hard to reach out to somebody else who's not healed and who's not in the same space as you.
Yes.
So giving them that time to get in that space, but also just like you said, keeping the door open. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
for communication in general. Not just closing it and being open. Like, hey, when he ready, I'm ready, and we'll get
Exactly.
there.
And we're gonna have that conversation. But
Mhm.
before we talk about any sports, anything, we have to have a conversation about life. This is where I'm at. I got this
Mhm.
far without you.
Mhm.
Because with them three people, my brother and my sister and my mama, the
Mhm.
bond we built without him being there is
Mhm.
unbreakable.
Mhm.
It's something that I delight
Mhm.
in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's something that I have to. It's my life. I love them. So it's like what you without you being here is just we formed that it was vital for us. We was you know what I'm saying? It was a lot going on for
Mhm.
us. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm willing. I am willing. So
That's good.
when he
And that's the first
ready,
step.
I'm ready.
And make sure you healed and you ready. So that you can go into it with an open mind and it won't get heated. So you can go into it with a loving spirit. So wherever the outcome is, it won't affect you. So
Facts.
make sure you're working on yourself and healing that part that you need. So if you have a conversation and it don't go your way, it's okay.
Yeah.
Get there.
I think so. I think so. I think like I'm so like to the point. I think I'm mature enough where I love those tough conversations.
Mhm.
Honestly, I like them because
Mhm.
I'm trying to better myself. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
love those conversations when we deep and diving. Like other night, we talked for like 3 hours, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, we
It's
did.
like I love those conversations where we
Me
can
too.
figure out a common ground.
Mhm.
Why do this person react to this? Why do this people? Why what is this person?
Mhm.
How life make get to this part right here? How we get to here right here?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
To this therapist right here. How do we get to this therapist?
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? I'm
I
not a
love it.
big title person, But you a therapist now, so we gotta bump it up right now. You know what I'm saying? But like, I love those conversations. I think it's needed,
Yeah.
and I think mature people have those conversations often.
Mm-hmm.
You ever had a conversation? Try to have a conversation with somebody who wasn't ready.
Oh
They
yeah, and I
always
get
getting
hurt.
mad. They always this and that. Like, bro, what?
But I was that person that wasn't ready.
What?
So
Talk
yeah,
about that. Let's talk
I
about. So, from a person that's not ready to have a serious conversation about life, why do you think people get so defensive?
because they don't understand.
Mm. Mm.
So from seeing myself, literally watching myself grow in two different people, I see why I was that person that didn't want to have deep conversations because I wasn't comfortable within myself to have them. So as a person who's getting comfortable to have those conversations, I see why that person isn't comfortable. So a person that's not educated, or I mean not educated, but not like just understanding, won't see that point of view. You get what I'm saying? So they think like, oh, they just shutting down, they not ready. Like they don't care.
Yeah.
No, they literally just in a space in their life where they aren't ready. They aren't comfortable with themselves to have those deep conversations, and that's okay because we all in different spaces in our life. And we'll get there.
One thing I learned, another reason why they get mad, because they don't know themselves.
Yeah.
When you are easily influenced and not don't even know why you're reacting to certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I care about trying to better myself?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let social media think. I'm gonna let social media. I'm gonna let astrology. I'm gonna let so many other things dictate the way I react
Mm-hmm.
to things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I'm a Pisces. That's why I do this.
That's why I act like that.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like what?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Be for real. Let's be for real.
But they not. But again, it comes from self-esteem. They're not securing with themselves.
Exactly.
So even if you are into that, you still have to have a balance within yourself and not blame your sign on how you acting like that. So it's like you're not secure with yourself and you need something to blame. You're not taking that accountability for yourself. So of course that's the easy way to blame it.
Yeah.
Like I never ask people their signs,
What?
and I'm not
What?
into it, but I'll look into it a little bit, but it's like just because you a Scorpio don't mean you should act like that. Like we gotta take accountability.
I don't even know that stuff. Like
We gotta take accountability for our actions, but it's something to blame. We always want somebody to blame, right? We never want to be wrong, right? I hate being wrong, but I had to learn, like, okay, I am wrong sometimes. Like for instance, like apologizing to your kids. Like I feel like that's something I'm working
my
on.
Goodness. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, right? So as an adult, I never want to look salty around my daughter. You know what I'm saying? I know about, girl, who you talking to? So as I'm getting older and as I'm healing and being more within myself, I have to show her I'm human. I can't show her that I'm not human. Like, girl, I'm sorry, I did say that to you like a certain way, or I'm sorry, you were right. So it's hard as a parent to show that side because you want that authority. You don't want kids to look at you like, I don't know what she's talking about. My dad don't know what she's talking about. They not right. So I see how it is apologizing to your kids. But like I said, as I started getting more older and stronger and smarter, I know, like, okay, I do got to apologize to daddy because I was forcing it a little bit. But some parents don't get to that point. They so in parent mode and they so in, oh, I don't want my kid to see me weak. I don't want my kid to think I'm wrong. I want my kid to see me strong. And, I want my kid to see me in a different light. So it's hard to apologize. So I see both sides of that.
That's amazing. I remember when my dad first left, my mom was so defensive.
Mm-hmm.
She thought whooping right away. She used to do extension cords and try to hit our hand. And I'm like, come on. We get I'm 13. So it's the summer going into, I'm going to be a freshman. And she used to try to whoop us and try to do certain things when we used to do things right. And she learned that wasn't sufficient. Through the time, she started to learn a way to teach two teenage boys and a young daughter. So it's like, she'd come to us and my mom, that's my best friend. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's my dog.
You're amazing.
That's my dog. So it's like, we talk now. We have conversations now. You was tripping. You was tripping. And she'd say I was tripping as well. It's like, and then we get to the point where as a son, my bad, mama. You know what I'm saying? I can do better at that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the oldest too, so it's like my
Mm-hmm.
bad. I could have did better with Shaq and Taylor. I could have washed the dishes, took the trash off before you guys should have put that meat out. I should have did this and
Yeah,
that.
put
But you know
that
what I'm
me down.
saying? It's like little stuff like that where it's just like
Mm-hmm.
at a young age I had to learn how to take accountability really early. Of course, I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't perfect. I was still tripping, but I was still aware.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I was aware, like, okay, let me help my mama more.
Mm-hmm.
Let me do this. Let me do more. So it's like, apologize to your kid is, man, that's so good, dude. I'm glad. You're amazing for that. That's amazing. So how do
Yeah.
you feel like your relationship is with Danny? How?
I feel like it's good. I can say it's got better. I feel like Danny is me, so it's hard. Like it's literally like I'm looking at myself, as a kid, and as like I'm looking at the self that I'm like, oh, Danny, I want you to turn out like me, like, because Danny has anxiety, so I'm like, I'm trying to nip it in the bud now and teach her stuff. Um, because I don't want her to be that kid like me who was like always like overworked and overstimulated by stuff and stress at a young age. So I feel like me and her having more conversations like Danny tells me everything, and it'd be scary sometimes because I'd be like, girl. But like she'd tell me if she think a boy cute or something like that,
Okay,
and I and
okay.
I and I
How does
love
that
it
make
because I
you feel right away?
it feels I'd be like, I'm not ready, girl. Like when people start liking each other, it's too young,
Wait,
But then
how
I
old is
also
she? How
look
old
at it
is
as
she?
like my daughter is comfortable with telling me that I would never tell them, even when I was 16, 18. You know what I'm saying? I ain't
Yeah.
to learn about then. So it feels good that my daughter feels comfortable even telling me that at this age, and she's willing to have the conversations with me. And I just want to be that parent to her to open up because literally I feel like my whole life I never opened up to my mama and I was
Wow.
sneaky. So I want to be able to, show her and care and let her know that she can open up to me. Like, I'm gonna tell you the real girl, because life ain't sweet, but I want you to be comfortable telling me your different experiences, how you feeling, what's making you feel. So our relationship has gotten great as she's getting older, and I love this age because I feel like she's understanding more stuff
Yeah.
and she's open with me. So um yeah, it's gotten great, and it'd be hard because I feel like I'm so hard on her too a little bit, and I'll be trying to back, but it's like she is so smart, and it's scary how smart she is and like how much talent she got. So I'll be trying to push her to her full of potential all the time, and I'll be having to step back because sometimes I'll be feeling like I'm too hard on her and I'll be scaring her. So I have to look at that in our relationship too, because I can harm her in that aspect of
Mm.
life. We're trying to push her too hard and making her think that she gotta be too perfect, So I'm explaining that to her now. Like, you don't have to be perfect, because she gets literally like when she get a problem wrong, she cries, and it hurts me because I'm like, I'm sorry if I make you feel like you got to get everything right in the world. But I like that you own it and you want to get it right, but don't feel bad if you don't. So our relationship is good for the most part, but it's me trying to learn new techniques and not pressure her a lot to feel like she got to be perfect. Because I feel like I got to be perfect so she can see a good example. So it's me like working on myself too, because I feel like I got to be on my P's and Q's at all, because I don't want her to see the old me. I don't want her to see like I want her to see like her mama was dope. Her mama was amazing, So
Yeah.
I'll be trying to be too perfect for her, and I feel like it gonna hurt a little bit too much. So me helping myself helps her.
That's good. That's good. That, man, it's so refreshing to hear that. Like, it's so refreshing to hear that you're working on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's to see somebody who doesn't think they stuff don't stink, and to
Mm-hmm.
see that they're just like, man, I'm working on it.
Mm-mm.
It's like, it's amazing because we all, okay, I'm gonna say we all. Anyone who's trying to better themselves is a work in
Mm-hmm.
progress. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, they are.
So I don't like being dormant. I hate when I
Mm-mm.
get to a place of dormancy.
Me
And
too.
it's just I love when I'm inspired. I love when I can be able to keep going and improving Anthony, because I think he's the coolest person in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Mm-hmm.
like when it's refreshing to see that my stuff stink, and
It do.
I'm okay with that, and I'm okay with trying to get better.
Exactly. And it was hard. And I think that was harder for me when I was trying to be a therapist, because I'm like, I'm still working on me. Like, who am I to try to help other people?
That's the
You know?
right person though. Whoever's working
Yes,
on them, and you know where you at, like you the perfect person to help somebody.
exactly. So it's like I had to tell myself, like, you tripping, girl. Like, you can help people. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I feel like that's what took me the longest to really like step into my career choice and really have that confidence to be like, I am qualified to do this. Like, I got it. You know what I'm saying? I really doubted myself for the longest. Like, I ain't right. You know what I'm saying? How I'm gonna help somebody else? But like, I'm dope. You know what I'm saying? I have to tell
Exactly.
myself, like, girl, yes, you can. You know what I'm saying? You got it. You got all the tools. You know. You experienced life and you experienced stuff and you know. And this was made for you. So it's literally me having to hype myself up every day. When I tell you, like, man, today I ain't feeling it. But I have to hype myself up. Like you got it. Like, yes, you still working on yourself. That don't mean that should stop you from helping others.
Yeah, yes. That's amazing, dude. I just fasted last week. So
Mm-hmm.
uh I did it was a full week. That's why I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
doing any streaming or anything podcasting. And it was amazing. It was very
Mm-hmm.
hard, whatever we had to
Mm-hmm.
do.
Yeah.
But it was like I seen myself be consistent again. I
Mm-hmm.
just told myself, I'm like, bro, I miss when you was consistent about something. So
Mm-hmm.
like it was really I was proud of myself. I'm like, okay, we
As you
did
should.
this. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
you know what
period.
I'm
You
saying?
did that.
We did
Baby,
we
I
did this.
can't go one day.
You know what I'm saying? Like so we did this. Like man, it was so hard, but it was so fulfilling. And
Yes.
I'm not trying to like go back or like do anything, but the next day after it was over, and I was fighting crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would stay off social media because it's too much. It's
It
too much.
is.
It's too much on here, man. It's too much women. It's too much stuff with that. Like, bro, I gotta stay off social media, bro. I think I'm gonna keep certain things. I like TikTok. I need my
Oh yeah.
laughs. I need my
Yeah.
laughs.
You need them
But
last.
I think until I can get this grasp of whatever social media is right now, I just need to take a break. Have you ever taken a social media break?
Yes, and it's crazy. I was just talking to Bree about taking one again. Because I feel like I get distracted a lot
Mm-hmm.
on social media. Even just scrolling. But you
Exactly.
know what's crazy? Social media, you take in so much stuff without even knowing you taking in stuff. So I just I want to take a break soon. I have taken a break and I felt so good taking a break. Literally, I think it was like a year ago. I took like a couple weeks off
You feel
and
so free.
I feel so free. Like my mind felt open. Like I got more stuff done. And I just felt amazing. Like not happening because I honestly feel like I'm addicted to social media without even being addicted to it. I just check
Yeah.
my phone, like
I
just
want to stay off
off
my
top.
phone. The phone part, period. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to stay off my phone. Sometimes, even though I need my alarm for work,
Mm-hmm.
I put my phone in a different room. Then I just
Mm-hmm.
go in the living room and just watch TV. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
just sit in the dark, just
Mm-hmm.
chill. Cause I like to be in my thoughts sometimes too, just think about like the future. But it's like staying off the phone too is just like, bro, these phones is crazy, dude. I ain't gonna
It
lie.
is, and I feel like that's why I'm like I feel like I'm addicted because I literally just get on my phone. I don't even post. I just scroll for 2 seconds, get off, and do
Yeah.
it again. Keep doing it again. Keep doing it again. Keep doing it again. Like, and not even realizing I'm doing it, or
Mm-hmm.
I'm on my phone for like 5 hours, like, and I'm supposed to be asleep, like just doing it,
Exactly.
like, and it's like, man, like I literally know I can't live without my phone, and it's crazy. Like I hate that feeling. Like I feel like I gotta have my phone with me all the time, or I gotta look, or I feel like
Checking
I'm missing
for
something.
where my phone at? Where my phone at?
Exactly.
Where my phone
So
at? Man,
yeah,
dude, I just I don't know. I'm so glad that you. I'm happy for you. I told you
thank.
that. I told you
I know them. Don't. I ain't gonna start crying.
no
Thank you. I'm proud of you too. Like just seeing you grow, both of us.
when we first Facetime that time
Mm.
and how mature you was. I'm like every other second you used to giggle.
Right, I did. I was
But
trying.
now it's just like I'm like, wait, do she laugh now? Like, do she laugh
Right.
anymore? Like, is
You
this the
think
same
I'm
person?
just
Like, you know what I'm
uptight?
saying? I don't wanna offend anybody. This is the same person, but like, you're a mother now. You're a therapist now. Like, you're so much more. Like, you're so mature now. It's amazing to see, and I'm honored to be able to see it. I'm
Thank you
honored.
so much. And it's crazy you say that because I feel like a lot of people look at me now and be like, "You boring," and I really hate that.
For
I
real?
get that a lot.
Why?
Like,
Why you hate
you
that?
ain't the same person. Like, why are you the same person? Like,
Why are you the same
I get
person?
why are you the same person? I get that a lot. Like, I'm not gonna be the same person as I was at 16. I'm not gonna be the same person that I was at 21. And I get that. Like, oh, like, cause I don't go out. I be in the house chilling. Like, so it's like it's irritating when people be like, you think you perfect, or you think you better than everybody. Like, I don't. I just I've grown up,
Yeah.
and why you not like that, but we all grow differently, we all heal differently. So I see why you would think that looking at me, because it's like, me as the old me, me as Shauna Matt, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me as this goofy person who don't take nothing serious, or this goofy girl, that really isn't trying to heal or grow. So it's like, of course you're gonna look at me like, who is this girl? Like, she thinks she better than everybody, or she this, she that. But I've grown up. I'm maturing. I'm stepping into myself, and I'm doing what I'm called to do.
So, before we go,
Mm-hmm.
what do you want to say to anyone that is thinking therapy or on the edge? What would you say to them to get them to at least think about therapy?
Call me. I'm just right. I'll preach it to you. No, I just want to let you know. Don't think as therapy as something that's only for people with mental health issues. Think of therapy as you calling an unbiased friend to talk to them about your heartbreak, to talk to them about life. Think of therapy as that healthy outlet that you need.
Mm-hmm.
Think of therapy as your journal. Mm-hmm. Think of therapy, like I said, as you go to the doctor. Literally, tell your doctor what's going on. Think of therapy as that. Don't think of it as something got to be wrong with you. You looking at therapy, just tell them, like, I'm overwhelmed today. All this work, like, literally. So just think of it as that, as a helping tool. It's a tool that we need, that God puts for us to use. So use it, and don't think of it as it's something wrong with you if you go to therapy, because why not?
Why?
It's something wrong with you if you don't. If you're not using your tools. Just like a phone is kind of a tool. Like, you looking up stuff. Think of it as that. That's the tool that you need and that you're missing out on, because it's so dope. Okay?
Why not therapy? That's the title. That's the title of this. Why not therapy?
Why not?
Why not? So look, I appreciate you coming by. Like,
I appreciate you too.
This is I think this is very informative. I think
Mm-hmm.
this is going to help a lot of people. And I love you so much. Thank you so much.
I love you too. I love you so much, and thank you. I appreciate you, and I'm excited to see you continue to grow and step into you. And I'm excited to witness all the great things that you do. I'm always around forever and always.
Yes. Well, thank you all for tuning in. I will link all her socials so y'all can holler at her if y'all wanna book her, because it's gonna be packed. So
it's gonna be
if y'all wanna book her, please do.
On.
And
I'm with it.
we'll be back for another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Dive In Podcast.